Simon, where did you see it all going wrong?
Probably about 4 minutes to go. I think the scores were tied at about 70. Execution was poor. Probably on the wrong end of a few 50-50 calls, which we've got to be better to make up on. You know, we've got to be absolutely spot on with our execution, spot on with our defensive execution, and we weren't. We had a couple of blunders. I thought we lost pace in our offense, and we turned the ball over too much.
Obviously, stopping Bryce at the best of times is a challenge. You kept going the free throw line as well. How did you see your focus on him, and what you were able to do and what you weren't able to do with him?
Yeah, I mean, thought we were able to slow him a little bit early. Kiefer did a really good job at keeping the ball out of his hands. You know, he got 11 fouls on, no fouls for him. He's going to be at the line a lot when that whistle gets blown for him. So we've got to do a better job of keeping our hands out. You know, the thing about Bryce Cotton and what makes him so great is that you can shut him down for 35 minutes in a game, and for 5 minutes he can blow up. I mean, it's got to be 40-minute commitment to excellence at the defensive end by his immediate opponent, but also 4 guys around him have to continually help and talk and make sure that the job's getting done. And you know, I thought we were able to do it in patches, but not for the duration.
You touched a bit earlier. You mentioned turnovers, but they really hurt, didn't they? 19 turnovers and 26 resulting points to the Wildcats. That's glaring on the stat sheet, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that was the key to their pressure was great. You know, we got to be a little bit stronger around the basket. I thought our finishing was really poor, and it has been in our first 3 games in the paint, and it needed to be better, slow them down. You know, they get to reach in and the ball comes loose and they've got players flowing the other way. You know, they're hard to hold up. They run in waves, and you know, they've always got shooters looking to spot up in transition, and you know, they had a couple of extra buckets at the end there to sort of run up the score. But you know, we got to look after that ball. That's the key, and that's what Perth do such a great job. You know, that their defensive transition doesn't get tested as much as everybody else because they look after the ball at the offensive end, and that's going to be a big learning curve for our team after today's game.
Not looking to make excuses, but it's been
sounds like you're about to make one.
It's been a different start to the season. You've played 3 games away from home, coming up against Perth, you haven't seen a lot of. How difficult is that when you know, against a team you haven't seen much of during pre-season, and this you know, first game on the court for them tonight?
To be fair, you know, Trevor's got his system and it hasn't changed a whole bunch. So we kind of know what we're coming into from a system standpoint, but it's all about how their players operate in the system, and getting to know that. So yeah, we hadn't seen a lot of John Mooney. He was excellent tonight, I thought. His presence on the O boards was really key for Perth, especially in the first half. I thought he, in that second quarter, I thought he was really key for them. So yeah, look, it's not ideal, but I mean, this is what we're going to have to deal with in the COVID era. Nothing's going to be ideal. You're going to have to be able to push through any sort of inconveniences, and if you can't push through an inconvenience, then you're not going to be there when the whips are cracking. So we're not going to make excuses. We don't acknowledge that it's difficult. It is what it is, and we just got to make sure that we prepare ourselves the best we can, and that you know, whatever's thrown at us, I mean, we got great guys. We get along. We work hard together. We're pretty honest amongst each other about what we think and how we think we're going. So being on the road shouldn't be too much of an issue for us. I mean, obviously you're not going to get the lovely calls that you get at home, but it's just push through. We have to push through. We have to be better, and that's when you come to Perth. It's the ultimate test on being better and being solid for a good 40 minutes.
Are there any older guys there, Wayne?
Yeah, sure. Let's go over to Roy Wardy and Mel.
G'day Simon and Gibbo. Gibbo, just want your thoughts on the offense. There was some real good passages, second, third, fourth quarter, even at the start, and then had a bit of trouble at the end. Where can the guy? What do the guys look like when you guys are playing well offensively, and how can you do a bit better at the end of the period in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I think you've seen in the second and third Geez, I got hit in the throat, so I can't talk too well. But I think it come from our defence. We were playing decent defence, so shooting tougher shots, and our offence was flowing. I think we were a little bit fresher, and we were getting to our spots, and there was a lot more pace. I think the last 5 minutes, we slowed down. We didn't run as hard. It was bogged down, and we chopped and changed our stuff. So I think that's just for us getting used to playing a lot more with each other. Working out what works through the first few quarters and going to it. You see Perth, they run the same stuff and they get great looks, and that's the benchmark, and that's where we have to get to as a team. So that'll come the more we play together, I think.
And Simon, just a quick one for yourself. What sort of benefit will the guys get from getting home and getting a chance to sort of refresh and get your heads back in a little bit?
We ain't going home.
Sorry, I've lost track. What's...
Don't worry, I don't know what track it is. I just know that we've got Perth and Melbourne before we get home. So, yeah, we're staying here for a little while. Enjoy the lovely hospitality of our Western Australian patrons and enjoy ourselves. Find some moments at Scarborough Beach. We prepare for them again.
My apologies. I thought you guys were...
You're good, brother.
Okay, let's go to Justin Chadwick from AAP.
Yeah, g'day. Simon, can you hear me okay?
Hear you just fine, Justin.
Perfect. I just want to touch on a bit more about Bryce Todd. You touched on it briefly about fouls that you picked up tonight. Were there any issues in your mind about some of them? Were some of them a bit soft in your eyes?
You plan on paying my fine, Justin? Find another question.
We can go halves.
Nah, another question. Move on.
How do you plan to stop him then next game?
We won't foul him. Look.
You plan not to foul him then when somebody calls?
Nah, forget that, Justin. Let's not talk about that. Look, he's a guy who's someone you just have to be on for 40 minutes. We had moments of really solid defence on Bryce, but you've got to be disciplined with everything that you do, and it's got to be a team effort. I thought Kiefer was remarkable, but at the same time, he collected fouls, and his teammates need to help him a little more, and we'll go through the videotape, find out the moments where we can help, and then we'll move from there.
And Mooney picked up a lot of offensive rebounds. What do you have to do to ensure that doesn't happen again?
Stop him getting them, box him out. Yeah, no, look, he's a kid who led the NCAA in rebounding last year. He's a natural rebounder. He's going to get some boards, but we certainly got to get a body on him a little earlier and not let him come over the back of us either. We've got to make sure that we get a good hard box out. And I feel like the priorities of our five men when they're playing him is, it's got to change. It can't be about pursuing the ball. It's got to be, hey, just don't let him get it, and we'll let the other four guys go rebound it. And I think that'll be a bit more of an emphasis for next game.